Welcome to Chaos Cortec.
Hey guys, welcome back. So it is the 1st of March, which means it's time for another vlog. So how are you guys doing? I feel like a month is a long time between these vlogs, but that's alright. That gives me something to talk about. I might not have many things to talk about if I do these more often. And sorry I'm just sitting here, it's kind of a boring shot, just like all my other videos. But I actually just upgraded my recording equipment. So before I was just using a cell phone that I printed a holder for and put on a mic stand. And it was my source of video and audio, which was okay. I think the video came out pretty good, the audio not so much. If you listen on headphones, it was probably more apparent to you than other people. Because coming out of my computer speakers, it was fine, but when I put headphones on it, it just wasn't the best. And so I wanted to give you guys a better experience than that, so I upgraded to a webcam. It's actually a Logitech camera. I think it was like the C920 or C930. I don't know, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to see which one I'm using. And that's actually the reason I'm sitting here, because it is tethered to my computer, so I can't walk around with it. But that's alright, because it does open up a few other possibilities. It allows me to use an external mic, which I could do with the phone, but I have to basically combine every video and audio file and sync them up with every recording that I do, and that is just no fun. So this allows me to use my microphone, and it just automatically does everything, and I'm using Open Broadcast Studio to capture everything. So hopefully that looks better, and actually I'll give you guys a quick comparison. This right here is my new setup,
And this is the old setup. So hopefully you guys could tell a big quality difference there.
I'm still kind of working out the settings on this new setup, so it might not be perfect yet, but I'll keep adjusting until I get there. Okay guys, well, enough of that. Well, I hope you guys had a good leap day yesterday, and it's actually, when I'm recording this, is on February 29th, and I'll edit it and upload it tomorrow, which is the first for you guys. So, I think the leap day is something that people kind of take for granted. I mean, it's a whole extra day in the year, and it does kind of stink that most people have to work, I have to work, but, I mean, it's an extra day. We have a whole extra day this year, so I think that's pretty special. But now it is March 1st, brand new month, new opportunities lie ahead, yay for being positive. So things have been going good. I just passed 200 subscribers about a week and a half ago, I think. And now I'm actually over 230, which is really exciting. I'm getting subscribers quite a bit faster, and I think that's because I focused my channel a little bit more on 3D printing rather than trying to do, really basic coding and electronics tutorials. I think that was just kind of turning people away And I don't blame anyone, because when I check out a new YouTube channel, like I see a video that I really like, and then I go to that channel, I always click on the person's channel to see what other videos they have and see if that's something I'd like to subscribe to. And so if I came to my channel and I liked one of my 3D printing videos, and I looked at that and I went in there and I'm just like, oh, I don't really care about all this Arduino stuff, and those coding tutorials are way too simple for me, I probably wouldn't subscribe. So I think I'm finally headed in the right direction, and you guys seem to really be responding well to my videos, so I appreciate that immensely. And I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me as well. I try to take that to heart, and I really try to bring you the best channel that I can, because it's gotten to the point that I actually watch way more YouTube than I do TV or anything like that. And I actually don't enjoy watching TV that much. I just get bored really easily, and I feel like there's something else I could be doing. But for some reason YouTube it feels different to me than just watching TV. And I thought pretty long and hard about why it's different to me. And I came up with two reasons. And really they're different types of channels that I watch. And there's two sort of categories that I'm going to put these channels into. One, the channels that give me sort of inspiration or teach me something. So I follow some 3D printing channels like the 3D Printing Nerd, Chuck Hellebuyck, and Maker's Muse. And then there are other channels like Vsauce and Minute Physics and stuff like that that are just, they are entertaining, but I get more sort of educational content out of it. And I'm someone who loves to learn. I'm constantly learning. It's a passion of mine. And so I love those channels. So I feel like those channels are sort of building me as far as ideas and skills to eventually bring those ideas to fruition. And then there are the other types of channels that I watch that are more of just entertainment type channels. And there are some channels that I follow pretty closely that are just, kind of vlogging channels. And there's not really a lot of educational content or anything like that, but I found that I'm pretty invested in who they are as a person, and being able to support them because I like who they are, and I think that's pretty cool. And I just don't feel like I get that on TV as much. I feel like it's more, I don't know, corporate, less personal. Because on YouTube, when I watch something, I feel like I'm supporting that creator. To help them do what they want to do and bring us what we want to see. But on TV, I feel like it's just I'm helping that channel, the corporation that owns that channel, and the big studio that's making that TV show. And sometimes that's fine, but it's not the same for me. So I found myself enjoying YouTube much more. And so that big, long, overly personal explanation was just to lead me back to the fact that I can, potentially bring that back to you guys is something that's amazing. And there are a few of you that have let me know on several occasions that you like what I'm doing and enjoy my channel. And, that's just amazing for me. Even though my channel is so small, I absolutely love being part of a community like this that helps build itself up, and it's actually starting to get to the point where I'm getting several comments on each video that I put out, which is also awesome. I try to reply to all of your guys' comments the best I can. I know I miss some here and there, but I do my best to answer every single one of them. All right, and then as far as like my content and stuff like that, I just put up the Mario World video yesterday. So if you have not seen that, I'll put a link over here and down in the description. So go check that out. It's pretty cool. You can see parts of it over here on my desk. And I've noticed that you guys sort of respond really well to my bigger 3D prints and just bigger projects altogether. And so I think I'm going to try to do that. Just really start bringing some bigger projects. I'm never going to go huge like James from X Robots, unless that's something you guys really want to see. I could attempt something like that, but I'm not on his level at all. And I also want my projects to be a little more accessible. So I try to document the whole process, even the finishing stuff. So if you want to do the same thing I did, you can. So like this guy right here. This was a pretty big modeling project, but ultimately it's a tiny little figure. And I'm probably still going to do these occasionally, but I think what I'm going to move towards is things more like Thor's hammer back here. Because ultimately the modeling process for those is a little more intensive, because I make sure that I want to get the details perfect for something that's going to be, semi-life size. But ultimately the modeling is not much more than those small things, and it takes a lot more time to print and finish. But I think my wife and I are up to that task, and she's actually enjoying all the finishing, and she does an amazing job. So she has signed up to help me out with that every week. So she's officially a part of this channel, and I promise I'll get her on camera at some point. So moral of the story is just expect to see some more bigger 3D prints like that. And those are things that I absolutely love to do, and just have something, sort of a movie or video game prop that is really cool to say that you've created with your 3D printer, and you just have it there, and it's pretty much life size. So I really enjoy doing those as well, and I think they turn out really freaking awesome. But I think that's about the only change that I'm going to be making to the videos that I create. I think I found a pretty good sort of format for my channel, and I've really gotten myself organized. So I find myself being able to produce more while freeing up a little bit of time that I did not have before, just because I'm able to sort of break it down into what I should be doing each day in order to keep on schedule and keep those videos coming out weekly to you. And I think that's more sustainable overall, to keep bringing you these weekly videos and keep working on my bigger projects like Wally, which, by the way, if you've not seen, I have some update videos on him. You can check those out up here, and they're coming along very nicely. And then also I might be doing a little bit of sort of rebranding on my stuff, like this logo back here. I like it. It worked pretty well, but I think I want to update it a little bit, and sort of like redo my intro. And you may have noticed that I cut my outro off the videos, and I'm doing more of a, kind of personalized outro for each video, because I felt like that one was a little too stiff and generic, and I don't want it to be like that. And actually, the editing software I have, it's actually kind of a painful process to have that end card and have the videos up there. I mean, it didn't take that long, but those usually added a good half an hour to my editing time, and then you have to upload it and put all the annotations there and everything. And I just think that's kind of how things were done in the past, and I see a lot more people not having end cards now and just using the cards that they have, the little eye that pops up over here. So I think I'm going to move to that, and, well, I already have. I think I'm going to stick with that. And that way, at the end of every video, I'm just like, if you're wondering what to watch next, boom, look over here, that type of thing. And that's much easier to do for me, cuts off quite a bit of time, and then my editing process doesn't have to include that. And then I've got some really, really big projects coming up. And actually, this week was the Mario stuff. And starting next week, if you watched the Mario video to the end, you saw the preview for the Halo plasma pistol I'll be doing next week. And it's life-size, like big one for Spartan hands. So it's big enough that it's difficult for us to hold. I think that's pretty cool. And I hope you guys like that a lot. And I actually created that one fully in Fusion 360. So that was my first official big project in Fusion 360. And I think it's going great. There's still a few things that I haven't quite figured out, but for the most part, I think it turned out really, really good. And the model looks so much better than the things I can produce in Tinkercad, mostly due to the curved surfaces in Tinkercad being really, really low resolution. So I really hope you guys like what I have got in store for you. Alright guys, I think it's time for a life update on me. And I always save this to the end, and actually in most of my videos now I'm trying to do stuff towards the end of the video for my hardcore fans. And I don't really like saying fan. It feels weird for me because it's just like, oh, who the fuck am I? To be calling you guys fans, but I don't really know any other word for it, so I'm not trying to be egotistical or anything like that. But I really do appreciate the hardcore among you that stick around to the end of my videos. I appreciate it immensely, so I always try to throw something extra in there for you. It's usually a preview of next week's content. And stuff like that. And also, if you want some update images, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at ChaosCoreTech. There's a link down in the description. And I post update pictures and some other stuff about me on there. I'm trying to get to the point where I post more on there. I post something every couple days or so, but I'm trying to increase that, and you'll get to see a lot of update pictures on the projects before the video actually goes up. So that's kind of cool. So follow me there if you'd like. Okay, and then just for you hardcore guys, let's talk about weight. Now, not very good news this week. So if you remember last week, I was around 293, 294, something like that. And I've only lost a couple of pounds since then. I am hovering right at 290. And that's obviously not good news. And that's due to a couple things. I haven't been working out. I've just been too busy and all those excuses. And working out is still something that's pretty hard for me to just get up and go do, because it does take a significant chunk out of your day. and I was just feeling like I didn't get that time to just kind of unload all the information that you've gathered through the day. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wasn't feeling like I was getting that. And then by the time I would get here and have to work on my stuff, I just didn't want to. And that obviously is not a good deal, because this is my number one priority right now. But having said that, I have not lost very much weight. I'm not going to get discouraged. I'm actually more determined than ever to actually make a change and lose weight. And actually, this month I have made a pretty significant change. I completely quit pop, and that's something that was pretty hard for me, because I love Mountain Dew. And I was at the point that I was drinking 2 bottles of pop every day, and that's not good. So I kind of broke down my my weight loss process into 3 big chunks. And I should preface that a little bit with what my plan is, because I'm not trying to do one of those lose weight fast things where it's like, you go hard and be good for a little bit, lose a bunch of weight, and then you can kind of go back to normal stuff. And I've just seen too many people do that and then put the weight back on and then have to do it again, and I don't want any part of that. So I'm trying to actually make a change in myself that is more sustainable, is more real, and will help me lose weight, keep it off, and just be healthier overall. So yeah, I broke it down into 3 main huge steps that will get me there. Number 1 was to quit drinking pop, which I have accomplished. I've gotten to the point that I no longer crave pop. I'm drinking almost purely water, and that is a huge step for me. So, and I think I've actually been off of pop for about 2 weeks now. Actually, a little over, maybe closer to 3 weeks now. I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. Like I said, I've got over the cravings for it, and I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. And so step 2 is to eat healthier. Because for a while I was eating a lot of fast food, a lot of frozen food, because it's easier when I come home for lunch to heat something up in the microwave and just eat it. And those aren't the healthiest things for you. And then I was just eating too much of each thing. So even if I had a healthy-ish meal, I was just eating too much of it, so it didn't even matter. So now my big push is to start eating healthier and get to the point that feels normal for me. And actually my wife and I, because she's trying to lose some weight too, we're doing this together. So we're in the process of laying out a complete plan for us. Because up until this point, we've kind of taken the slowly iterative process to being healthier. Like we try to, just eat less with every meal and then slowly move into eating a little bit healthier. And that's just not working for me. She has a lot more self-control than I do. But that wasn't working for me. So I'm trying something new, and I think I'm just going to go to the other extreme. Going to go full Nazi on myself. And I'm going to, starting next week, I am going to eat completely healthy. I'm going to have portioned meals, and I'm going to have mostly things like, chicken, rice, vegetables, fruit, stuff like that. And it's going to suck. It's really going to suck for a while. But I think I can do it. I'm super determined. I want to lose weight. I'm not letting this beat me. So this is it. And if this does not work for some reason, I'm going to figure something else out and do that. Because I'm not letting it happen. One way or another, by the time I get to 2017, I am going to be skinnier. So yeah, this is not going to be easy. These next 2 weeks are probably going to be the hardest. But if I can stick with this and find, a sort of, process that will help me get down in the morning, eat a good breakfast, eat the things I should be eating, then come home for lunch and do the same, and then the same at supper. And, eat less, eat the quantities I should be eating, watch my calories. all that health stuff. If I can stick to that, I will lose weight pretty fast. Hopefully. There's no guarantees. But, I think that could be huge. So that's number 2. Number 3 is working out. And I think that one's going to be the hardest for me just because it does take so much time out of the day. And, it's so easy just to say no to that one. And I do enjoy working out. I don't enjoy like running and stuff like that. Just like cardio things, I've never really enjoyed that type of stuff. I like lifting, like bench and stuff like that. In high school, I was a big lifter. So I enjoy that type of stuff. But once again, it's just so easy to say no. But that is phase 3. So right now, I've already cut out pop. Then right now, my focus is on phase 2, the food part of it. So I think I'm going to be bold and set some goals for next vlog, which will be April 1st, April Fool's Day. I'll try not to do any April Fool's things. For sure I won't do any with my weight, so that'll be all real. But anyway, my goal is, so right now I'm at 290. I want to be at 275, which is 15 pounds in a month. And, I've never really had a frame for reference, so I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I think at my weight, losing 15 pounds in a month is doable if I'm good. And if I'm not drinking pop and eating better, that should be pretty obtainable. But the big thing is, I fluctuated weight a little bit, but probably in the past 3 years, I have not been below 280. And so getting down to 275 would be huge for me. That would be a big milestone. So that's what I'm going to set my goal at next month. We'll see if I get there or not. I really hope I do. But I'm not going to let anything discourage me. So I'm in this for the long haul. Well, I think I have talked enough. This video is probably way too long. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to me. And I would go through my whole end spiel, but I know the people that have gotten to this point have already subscribed and know a lot about me. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And just, thanks for being there. I realize I'm talking to a camera right now, but, ultimately there will be someone listening to this. And so it's nice to just kind of have that ear, even though this is a pretty one-sided conversation. But I do appreciate it. And I do feel like having you guys to come back to every month is keeping me accountable a little bit. And, I really feel like I can do this time. So thank you guys. Well, that's it for me, guys. See you next time.